Hey guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome to a brand new testing branch of Niche. This version of the game was just released earlier today, and it's known as the Sandbox update. But because this is still very much in development, and this is just the testing preview version of the branch, there's a good possibility that we're going to run into plenty of bugs and glitches, so just bear that in mind if you guys decide to try this out yourselves too. I will leave a link in the description of the video to their official forums, where you can find all of the information you'll need to try this out yourself. But otherwise, this is my very first time loading up this new version of the game, so I am super excited to give this a try with you guys. In case you aren't familiar with the Sandbox update, it's something that they've been working on for a while now. Not only does it add a few new genetics to the game, but it also adds tons of different settings that you can use to tweak your sandbox gameplay. And this is where I think it's going to get really fun. This is going to make it so much easier for us to set up our own challenges and whatnot. And it looks like we can even save the settings too, so we could carry them across multiple save files, so that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and start a brand new one. Oh, and right off the bat, age levels. This has me really excited. So we can actually alter how long our creatures will stay in each state, as a baby, as a child, as a teen, and even as an adult too. So how high can these go? Oh my gosh, all the way up to 100 days? Can each of these sliders go up to 100 days? Can you imagine 100 days as a baby? I mean, your creature is basically immortal at this point, right? Do you think we could actually get Adam all the way to his home island like this? I mean, again, 100 days as a baby is pretty ridiculous, but I wonder if there's a way for us to do that. Well, for now, let's go easy on it. We could have a baby for maybe 3 days? I think it was set at 2 before, so let's go ahead and double it. 4 days as a baby, maybe 5 days as a child? And then perhaps 6 or 7 days as a teen. Yeah, let's go with 6 for now. 4, 5, and 6. And instead of 100 days as an adult, maybe 35. That seems like a good place to start. Now, pregnancy duration. This thing is pretty interesting too. If you set the pregnancy duration to anything higher than this, I guess, it'll make it so your creature can't give birth until that many days have passed. Now, damage and healing multipliers. I guess this is probably a way to balance out the age levels. So if we were to make it so our adults could live to 100 days, we would definitely want to make sure that other things could actually harm them. So the damage multiplier, this would be like if a Berryena attacked us. We could crank this up so suddenly a Berryena attack will feel much more significant. Let's go with about 2 as the multiplier for now. Again, just to see how all of this works, and just so we don't end up going extinct right off the bat. It looks like they have separate damage multipliers for starvation damage too, along with environmental damage. Which I guess would mean like carnivorous plants in the jungle, and maybe even freezing or something. So we'll knock those up by 2 as well. And the healing too, so we could have some super powerful healers that could save literally anything. Or we could actually set the multiplier at 0. Oh, would that completely negate the healing? Interesting. That would make for a pretty interesting challenge. I wonder if that even counts for the healing fruits as well. So every single bit of damage we take would be completely permanent. Well, just like the others, we'll set it at a multiplier of 2 for now. And then let's go check out the gene settings next. Oh, are these our starters? Oh, I am so excited about this. So apparently we can also change the genes of our starting pair. So our starters are now completely customizable. It looks like we can also add extra creatures to our tribe too. I'm not sure what the limit is, but that's pretty cool. That gives me a lot of ideas for some interesting stories that we could tell in the future. But yeah, let's see if we can actually change the genetics here. This would be our female starter. We could change her name too. We could change her age, we can change her action points, and forbidden genes. Okay, so I wonder if this means what our creature can't start with, like the round ears which we would get from Adam's home island. And I'm sure that I've never seen a starter with a peacock tail either. Interesting. But it does look like we can tweak each and every last one of these traits, even the recessive genes that they're carrying. So what would Laname look like right now? Oh, she's pretty cute. Yeah, she looks like your pretty typical starter when you would load up a brand new game. So this is probably how the game actually decides it. It's kind of cool to just get a closer look at things. But yeah, let's see if we can play around with the genetics of this creature. What sort of creature should we make? I wonder if I could actually use this to make Penny? My real life cat, of course. I've always wanted to try to make Penny inside Niche, but I've never been able to get the right combination of genes before, so this would probably be our best shot. Well, first, of course, we'd have to pick the fur color, and I think because the mask works a little bit differently, we would actually have to make her base fur as white. It looks like we'll probably have to click this each time, too. Yeah, there we go, so the base fur is white. Oh my gosh, you almost look like a little anime now. Oh, we could even recreate all of the gods and the goddesses. Oh, would you guys like to see that? A playthrough with the gods and the goddesses themselves. A competition between the deities. One step at a time though, one step at a time. It would be nice if maybe hovering over these would give you some idea of what you're looking at, because I cannot for the life of me remember where each and every one of these genes is. I guess for the eyes we'll go ahead with yellow. And maybe some recessive violet. Put those into her inactive traits, so maybe some of her babies will see the violet eyes. Now we want to get the mask pattern on here too. I guess we'll place that into both of her slots. Though I'm not really sure which pattern shape we're going to want. I guess first let's just make sure that the black mask is activated. That should give her the right color combination. Now I know that pattern shape D is supposed to be the panda patterns. So let's try something else first. I guess we'll go with pattern shape A. What does that look like? Oh. Wait a second, I've never seen that before. It's almost like she has a little necklace right across her chest. Is that a glitch? Yeah, I don't know if that's supposed to be there, but that is pretty cool. It's like a combination of the spots in the mask. Well, you know, pattern shape A might actually be what we need. Oh, wait a second. Oh, did it give us pattern shape D instead? Hang on here. Yeah, it looks like it gave us pattern shape D over A. That must be a glitch too. Well, A is definitely not what we're looking for then. I wonder if maybe things are a little bit mixed up right now. Let's make sure that we put the purse snout on her too while we're at it. Oh, wait a second. Oh, we could actually preview the new genes too. I almost forgot. Yeah, the bat head was added to the game, which allows us to collect insects. That's another new feature that was just added too. So yeah, let's take a quick preview and see what the bat head is going to look like. Oh no. Okay, so we have to set both of these because it seems like the dominance is still at play. So now will you show me the bat head? Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that squish little snout. I don't know if that is adorable or mildly terrifying, especially with that tiny little claw. It almost reminds me of Stitch in a way. Look at that, it has special ears too. Ooh, interesting. Were those part of the genes? No, I think it just gave it the bat ears because it has the bat head. And the bat head actually gives it a pretty good hearing boost too. But of course it takes away a little bit of the eyesight. Interesting. So just like in real life, these creatures would have to rely on echolocation to figure out where they're going. It is kind of hard to see with the mask though, so very, very quickly, let's just go ahead and select the no pattern. That way you guys can see the bat head in full. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning on the creepy side right now. I'm not sure if the bat head is my favorite, but I can't say that I am a huge fan of bats to begin with. So I'm sure some of you out there are going to love this thing. It's kind of like the purse snout in a way. Some people love the purse snout, and some people also find it to be very, very creepy. So let's go ahead and pop the purse snout on this baby next. There we go. You're starting to get there, little one. We'll make sure you're set up with the medium body. And maybe for the tail genetic, If we could give her a nice big stinky tail, that would be perfect for the fluffy tail that she has. We'll give her some normal hind legs, of course. And as for the paws, well, now I'm really curious. We have to at least see what the bat wing looks like, right? She may not have the bat head anymore. Oh, but that is still so cool. I love the texture on those wings. They look so smooth and sleek. Do they work exactly the same as the other wings do? Yeah, it looks like it's still the same boost, so +4 in flying if both of them are identical. Now, does that mean that if one creature had a normal wing and a bat wing too, they wouldn't be able to fly? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, they're looking pretty lopsided right now. I'd imagine that would be pretty hard to take to the skies. We could test it out, but I have a feeling they mean truly identical. Okay, so I think this is as good as it's going to get right now, before I end up going completely insane trying to figure out all of these different pattern options. We have a little bit of white on her chest, on her paws, something of a blaze on her head, so it's definitely not perfect, but if you guys ever find a better pattern for her, then please feel free to let me know. We just have a couple more things to tweak over here, and one of them is the horns too, which is yet another special gene that has been added, the Savannah horns. So these are just like the ram horns, the antlers. They give us a +1 in strength, but I guess they're unique to warmer climates. They kind of almost remind me of gazelle horns, maybe. Yes, there we go. They look super cool, don't they? It sounds like they're actually adding quite a few new things to the warmer biomes, like the burning savanna, I guess. It hasn't been implemented yet, but they did say that they were going to add termite mounds, so I guess another way to collect insects in the worlds. But yeah, after we go ahead and place the medium ears on our creature here, take off the horns, I guess, because technically she wouldn't have them, I think we might be ready to enter the world with little Penny Cat, our first brave explorer. They've also included a way to add new colors to these action points by altering a few of the files in the game's folder. So now you have unlimited access to colors, basically. I haven't touched them myself, but it's something I'm going to look into in the future. We could have purple gems, white, and black. I'm sure there are a lot of combinations that would look really cool on these creatures. And they've also added a file to the game that allows you to add certain names that could be randomly generated onto the creatures that you find. So that is going to be really helpful for the big name list that I have for all of our challenges. Now, because we don't want Penny to be all alone, I went ahead and made her a little bat friend too. And naturally, this guy's name is going to be Bruce. Good old Mr. Wayne is here to keep the skies clear for her. So I think there was only one more option to take a look at, aside from all of the extra creatures we could add to the game too. Yeah, so it looks like we could actually start with a full tribe, which is great for storytelling. But I want to go to the gameplay settings. So this will allow us to start with extra food and extra nesting material as well. Oh my gosh. Well, if you want to start without any fear of going hungry, 1,000 pieces of food? You could go on the opposite end too and start with 0, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of different opportunities for some really cool challenges are in here. We'll just start it at 25 though, give us a little bit of wiggle room to work with, I guess. Or maybe even more, since we are just exploring right now, we don't really want to risk starving. And these special settings must be for challenges alone. So tribe settings, we can enable a tribe size limit. So I guess we wouldn't be able to exceed what we choose here. Yet again, all the way up to 100. So if we set it at something like 15, would that mean that maybe we can't invite wanderers in? Maybe we wouldn't even be able to have any babies if we hit this number. That's pretty interesting. I wonder if that's something that we can change in the game though, just in case we wanted to add to it or even decrease later. That seems like it would be good for the Lone Wolf Challenge if a limit is on a requirements list. Then we also have blind gene mode, which I believe means that we can't look at the genetics of our creatures. So we wouldn't be able to tell if a certain pairing would be healthy or not. We would just have to leave it up to fate. And then it looks like we can unlock all of the genes in the mutation menu too, which makes it feel more like an authentic sandbox if you're just here to mess around. I think this is a good place to start for our very first sandbox game though. I want to make sure that we can see the new genes, so I'm not going to select this. Let's call it Penny's Test. We'll save that. And then with this selected, we should be able to start our next sandbox game. So I do know that a few brand new creatures have been added to the game too. 2 brand new bears. So I want to pick an island that would give us a good chance of seeing them. Maybe the Grass Adventure? No, I think it's the Grass Mingle. This is the one that has multiple different types of biomes in one place. So let's go ahead and see if it works. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, no, they are babies! Oh my goodness, you guys! Did I do something wrong? I must have set them to be babies. Of course, because we extended the length of the children's lifespan. Even though they're 7 days old, that means they're only the age of a child. Oh, Penny, my little baby kitten. What are we going to do with you? All on your own with this little baby bat and nowhere to go. See, this is why we test things. At least we know it for next time. But seriously, Penny, what on earth are we going to do with you? There's no food around here aside from these cactus plants, but you certainly don't want any of those. Can you even interact with anything? No, because you only have 1 gem? Oh my gosh, Penny, what a mess. Well, let's bring you over to this nest right here, and then your little friend can fly after you. And we'll see if you two can discover a better place to live out here in the grasses somewhere. At least you can find a couple of little berries to pick. Now, if I remember correctly, one of the new bears is actually supposed to spawn somewhere out here in the grasslands. So as long as we stay in this relative location, somewhere where the grass tiles are near, we should be able to see the very first new creature soon. It doesn't look like anything's spawned right now, though. Thank goodness no bluebirds in the skies. Can you imagine if a bluebird spawned over your head? Oh, this is not good. Shouldn't they have their next gem by now, though? Oh, they grow their 2nd gem when they're a teen, don't they? So if they were babies, they wouldn't have any gems at all. Well, let's let you two rest again, then. The poor things. They must have gotten swept onto these beaches together and everything. There we go, now they finally have their 2nd gems. So at least we can have Penny grab a couple of little morsels. And it looks like we have some danger in the grasses too, though unfortunately that's just a rogue male. So I wonder if maybe Bruce could save you from that guy? If he gets a little bit closer at least. I did give him the Berryina hind legs, so he can pack quite the punch. For now, we'll just have them clear out a little bit of the grass over here, set up a nice good base for themselves. And it looks like the rogue male may have been sent packing too. Maybe we should have given them 1,000 pieces of food. Just for our first time playing around, it may have been useful, because we're just out here to explore. Oh no. Tell me I didn't just hear a Berryina. Oh, and another little baby too. Oh, you simply must take him in, Penny. It's Penny's Island for lost kids. That is not a Berryina. That is not a Berryina. What even is this? I can't click on him right now because he's off in the darkness. Bruce, please go investigate. Can it actually move too, or is it like the balance bear, I wonder? And it can only move once we pass the day. Yeah, it seems like that might be the case. Oh, I'm really nervous though. If we have Bruce go settle down next to it, do you think it's going to turn around and attack? Well, at least we'll be able to get a closer look at this guy. Oh, he's kind of cute from like the neck up. But then you dig around in the grass for a little while and you've got the body of a bodybuilder on you. So what is your name, sir? The Defender Bear. Alright, so he's pretty slow. He can apparently collect our berries. A 4 in strength, a 4 in fishing. Ooh, he could actually grab the piranhas from the water? Interesting. I wonder if that's what he's going to do. Straight down to the shores to steal all of our precious fish. He can see pretty far, he has pretty good hearing, pretty good smelling. A 5 in defense? Oh my goodness, you two have no hope against him. Penny herself only has a 3. Gosh, is there any way to defeat the Defender Bear? Or do we even have to worry about him? Maybe he won't be aggressive at all. Well, we can hope anyways. As Penny slinks into the darkness to go find that little rogue that she discovered. The little wanderer. Oh, where'd the little baby go? Are you being raised by the Dodamingos back here, perhaps? There you are, still right next to the cactus. Well, don't you get any ideas? Those cactus fruits are not going to be very pleasant. Let's see if Bruce is going to learn a thing or two about the Defender Bear. Oh? Ooh, looked like he was leaving for a moment, but he came right back to you. Probably saw that you grew your 3rd gem. Yeah, the Defender Bear, what does he do? There's only 58 days remaining? I'm not sure, I don't think we should take a swipe. It's not like it's going to matter. Ooh, but you should try to find some insects, huh? That means that he would probably thrive somewhere near the swamplands the best. But only after it rains, of course, because that's when the bugs show up. Well, it's clear that this bear isn't quite as hostile as I first took him for, because he did walk away from Bruce. So I guess there's a possibility that he might just live peacefully amongst us. Let's wait and see what he does. We'll have Penny come on over here, work her way around all of these cacti so she can find this little baby. Oh, there you are, with your eyes closed and everything. Oh, he's only 3 days old, so technically he doesn't even have his 1st gem. Yeah, we're going to have to refine those settings a little bit, I think, before we add them into any actual playthroughs. Though it is kind of interesting story-wise to find a little lost baby like this that we can swoop under our wing. I don't know, I kind of like the idea. But Penny, you better go hunting or else you're gonna run out of food. I wonder if the Defender Bear is after the bunnies too. It seems more likely that they're going to end up going for either the berries or the fish instead. All in all, the Defender Bear seems pretty peaceful, which is kind of suspicious if you ask me. Alright Bruce, the rain is over. Maybe it's time for you to see if you can find some bugs over by the swamplands. We'll have little Van Donru? Oh, did they actually add new syllables to the game? Don was not in the game before as far as I know. Van Donro. Oh, that's exciting too. Never thought I would get so excited over syllables before, but we've been playing with the same names for a very long time now. So can you maybe smell any of the bugs out here? Or hear them rather? That's probably the best way to find them. Wait a second. Oh my gosh, our second bear is here too? Now this one actually has a green silhouette. Hang on, what does that mean? The other bear had a yellow silhouette, kind of like our wanderers. Oh, that's right. Typically the balanced bears would have red silhouettes to show that they're enemies. So does that mean that you're actually a friend? The peaceful bear. Oh my goodness. Well, that's quite the face that you have right there. That's mildly terrifying. Yeah, I'm not really sure if I'd want to make friends with that. Would you, if you saw this creeping around the bushes? Yeah, I didn't think so. But what does the peaceful bear do? It kind of looks like he might actually be stealing our berries right now. Slow as ever. 2 in collecting, a 6 in strength. The peaceful bear has a 6 in strength. That appears to be a little bit stronger than our Defender Bear, who you would expect to be fighting us. Why does the peaceful bear need a 6 in strength? A 4 in fishing, 5 in eyesight, and a 5 in defense too. 59 days on its lifespan. Well, is there anything that we can do with you? Oh, we can offer the peaceful bear 3 nesting material. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, are we friends now? Okay, 3 nesting material is all it takes. Good to know. We are best friends now. I sure hope so anyways. I didn't just, like, pay him nesting material to go after the tribe, right? I mean, he is very much attuned to our tribe now. He is looking straight at Penny. It doesn't say that he's, like, tamed or anything, which has me a little bit concerned. Well, let's just roll with it. We've got a baby to take care of, we have insects to find, and we seriously need to start collecting some of these berries, because somebody didn't give our tribe the unlimited amount of food. So now can you hear any of the bugs? No, it doesn't seem like any of them spawned. Oh, but there's our rogue male friend again. He's still alive and well. Well, let's go ahead and have you maybe clear out some of the grasses here, just so it'll be easier to see him, and we'll make sure that you send him packing on the next turn. I wonder if maybe this bear would go after the rogue too? Do you think maybe we could convince him to attack the rogue male? I wonder. I did just hear something spawn though. I'm not sure if maybe it was just the bear moving. Oh, the defender bear creeping up on us again. I wonder if these two know each other. Seriously, I feel like this guy is going to snap someday. There is just something about him. I don't trust him. Well, alright, Bruce. The least you can do is send the rogue male packing, so he won't go looking after Penny. And that means she can spend more time taking care of her little baby right here. Come on over next to Mama Penny. If only we could have you scoop up some of this fish. We might actually have to bring Penny over there to do it instead. She does have the claws, so she would be very good at fishing. I don't really want to leave the baby next to the bears though, so I think we're going to wait for that. Just go ahead and grab up all of these berries before the bears get any other ideas. And you? Honestly, just go away, little guy. He probably has the same extended lifespan, doesn't he? Ooh, that's an interesting thought. If our creatures live for 100 days, do the rogue males live for 100 days too? 100 days for one relentless rogue male. Can you even imagine? Well, I still hear that bear making quite the fuss in the background. It looks like he may have run off though. And meanwhile, this peaceful bear is still just sitting right in the middle of our grasslands here. I don't know, maybe he's okay. So, Van Donro, let's have you settle down right next to him, as Penny takes care of the food collecting. And if there are truly no bugs back here in the swamplands, I suppose we could always go after one of the bunnies instead. I know that we have a few bunnies lurking around in the darkness here. So let's turn our sights on those. Why don't we actually have Penny join you too? If we bring her over here, she might even be able to light up the way for you. Oh, and it looks like you've been guarding a permanent nest back here? All this time, I wonder if they're actually attracted to the permanent nests, kind of like the Dodoningos. It seems strange that we would just give them nesting material, and they don't really seem to be doing anything with it. I mean, he's literally just sitting here. I guess he's our new babysitter in a way. Still no bluebirds, by the way, right? Yeah, not a single one. That has me a little bit worried now. This one gem situation is a little bit much for an experimental video like this, but at least it adds in more of a challenge. Now come on over here, Penny. If you could lead him over to the bunnies, excellent. Go ahead and swoop down and grab this one up. It looks like you could even get this one too, and I suppose Penny could just go ahead and pick up the meat for you. Well, I guess this is going to be our test. Will this little badger bear steal our meat? We know plenty of other predators around the island who would be glad to get their hands on that, so I would not be surprised. Why don't you back away slowly, little Van Donro? We'll have you toddle your way into the nest. That way our peaceful bear can keep you very well protected. So let's go ahead and skip the day. You gonna grab the meat from us? Oh my gosh, he turned around and attacked Bruce! Defender Bear, how did we offend you? Are you offended by the presence of bunny meat? He turned around and attacked Bruce specifically too. Oh, and he was the one who caught the bunnies. Do you think maybe that had something to do with it? Well, that changes everything. I knew he was going to snap. Oh, wait a second, did I just see a heat-bodied creature way back here with our bear? Oh my gosh, a heat-bodied rogue male? Well, that is not what I expected to see way out here in the savannah, sir. You must be having a pretty awful day. At least it's raining, though, so that must be cooling him down a little bit, but we probably don't want to get too comfy with him. In fact, little Van Donro, why don't you come on down here so you can help your peaceful bear friend pick all of these berries on the next turn. Yeah, I'm almost positive that he's swiping some berries, but I keep forgetting to check. So as we skip this day, let's keep a close eye on those. And a close eye on Bruce, too. I'm actually gonna leave him here, because I'm kind of curious. Like, is he still locked onto Bruce, or did he just slap him and walk away? I mean, he isn't facing him anymore. Maybe that was just like a warning tap or something, and if he attacks anything else, then Defender Bear is gonna come right back in. We'll make sure the pathway is clear for him, I guess, Penny. Clear out those grasses for us. Clear out this grass, too. There's a lot of movement on this island right now. A lot of movement on all sides, Penny. Well, let's watch both of the bears then. The berries over here and the defender on the other side. Who seems to have finally fled the scene of the crime. He knew that our tribe was not going to let him get away scot-free. The other bear has me interested too. Like, is Peaceful Bear coming over here to attack you too, Bruce? Are these two working in cahoots now? Or do you think he was coming over to protect us? I mean, again, we paid you. We literally paid you in nesting material, and so far I have not seen you do a single thing but confuse us. And I see another little bunny down here. Interesting, interesting. That's where the bear is too, so this would be a good way for us to experiment once more. Is it actually hunting that draws its attention, or is it something else? Penny, we are not going to take any chances with you. Let's just have you and your little baby pick all the berries that they can. And thank goodness this little baby has grown a second gem now, just in time for a brand new bluebird to spawn. So Bruce, take one for the team again, buddy. Oh, surrounded by two bears now? Wait a second, which one actually hit you? Was that you, Peaceful Bear? Oh my gosh, I'm not even sure now. Bruce, you have a serious situation on your hands, though. This poor little guy is going to end up passing away if we're not careful. Poor Batman just has too many enemies. Well, we might as well see it through. I guess if the Defender Bear attacked him, then he would probably leave him alone right now, because it seemed like one attack was enough to send him away. But if it was our Peaceful Bear, then I have no idea what's going to happen next. Let's bring Bruce this way, I guess. We'll have him sit down right here, because he should still be within the line of sight of both of those bears. So if one of them is still angry, then we're gonna know for sure. Alright, let's go ahead and see what happens. Is the Defender Bear still angry with you? This bear is following you. I think the Peaceful Bear is mad at you now. Oh, Bruce, what did you do? How on earth did you offend Peaceful Bear? He literally has the word peaceful in his name. You gotta love how Penny is just sitting back here with her baby, munching on the berries, not a care in the world. I think she's leaving you to the bears here, Bruce. Sorry, but even Penny knows not to get involved in this one. So for the sake of science, let's see. Is Peaceful Bear coming over to attack you? One more grand swipe ought to do the trick. Well, maybe he just likes you? And maybe the bear hyenas do too. Ah, lovely. Our first look at a brand new bear hyena. Oh, and another little baby in the grass. Another little no-gem baby, perhaps. Well, Bruce, if you still have a few good days worth of life left in you, you better at least save this little baby, okay? A one-gemmed baby. We found you just in time because that bluebird is looking for a snack. It missed out on Van Donro the other day, but I'm sure it's not going to let it happen again. Now, if there was some sort of connection between attacking and the Defender Bear, I wonder if it's going to go after Penny next. It might be time for you to run. I don't know where the Defender Bear went, though. Maybe it's so far away now that it won't even be able to see us. So we might be able to take care of the Sparrowina before it even comes knocking on our door. With that being said, I wonder if maybe the peaceful bear would help us with this? With its 6 in strength, that would be pretty nice. So maybe we'll land one more attack with Van Domro, just one more attack from you, and then we'll have you scoot as far away down the shore as you can get. We'll bring Penny over here too, maybe to try to coax the peaceful bear to turn around and help her out here. Yeah, let's see if it works. We'll clear out a little bit more grass and then skip the day. The Sparrowina's definitely... Oh, coming after us? Did you see that? The Sparrowina walked straight for Penny and then turned right around as soon as it saw the peaceful bear. Okay, so maybe there is a point to paying these creatures to stay in the tribe then. If you pay the peaceful bear, apparently it's going to scare away other predators. That Sparrowina didn't even lay a finger on our tribe. Not a single claw. So yeah, clearly there's more for us to discover about these bears, but I think that's about where we're going to end it here with Penny's little tribe. Penny and Bruce, the poor thing. Look at how much damage you have taken. You still haven't even found a single one of those delicious little insects either, have you? Not a single one out here. So maybe next time we join in with another Sandbox world, we'll have to try on one of these swamp islands to see if we can find some more insects that way. We might even make a little tribe full of bats to see what else they can do. The bat head is definitely growing on me. Now that I've played with it a little bit more, I think it's pretty cute, with its squished face and all. I think I'm probably going to hold off on starting any true story-based playthroughs until this update has been released on the main branch of the game. Like I said, with it still in development, there is still a lot of potential for bugs and glitches and even losing save files, so I have to play it safe. But if you guys would like to join me on some more Sandbox experiments, then feel free to leave some suggestions for what you'd like to see. Maybe next time we can try to make a creature who can actually take down these bears. Or we could make some true bluebirds with the wings and that bright blue toxic body and see if we can find a suitable land for them to survive in too. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!